What is up, you gorgeous, fabulous creatures, and welcome to another episode of the Losing It podcast. I'm telling you, this is the place to be, honey, when you are ready to stop emotional eating, finally learn how to lose weight without losing your damn sanity. So if you are tired of tripping out over the scales all day, every day, checking your stomach in the morning to see how fat you are today, this is the place for you to be. So go ahead, grab yourself some popcorn and get ready, honey, because today we are talking about how your self-esteem affects your self-discipline and how all of it is, shall we just say, fucking with your ability to lose and or maintain any weight loss that you're achieving, especially since it's still just very early in the new year. A lot of us were on our brand new year, new me kick. And as I like to say, that is just not even a vibe in my world. It is a new year, yeah, but it's the same me, just better. So let's take a very quick look today at how your self-esteem or your self-concept is affecting your ability to stop emotional eating, stop binge eating, stop overeating, and basically lose that damn weight once and for all. So if you have been, much like me, entirely unmotivated since the start of this year, I was waiting for it to click in. I thought January had hit and I thought, come on, come at me. Where's my motivation that everybody promises is coming in January? It never came. And I pretty much just sat there all through January thinking, hello, is it going to show up? Like, what's going on? And it never fucking arrived. So unless yours did arrive and you accidentally got my delivery, please feel free to forward it to me. I will send you the PO box. But it just never came for me. And it wasn't until January hit that it wasn't until February hit that I thought, okay, I'm actually going to need to move my ass myself, because if I'm sitting around hoping for this magical delivery of motivation to come drop on my head out the sky like the comical pianos in the Warner Brothers cartoons, it's not going to happen. So honey, one of the things that I love the most about being in my world is the conversations that are happening in my circles. Very often, conversations that I have with clients spark the ignition for the podcast episodes or vice versa. So I want to explain to you a little more today about your levels of self-esteem and how they are screwing with your food choices. So many of you sitting there and you're thinking, I can't control myself around food. I can't keep this food in the house. I can't have chocolate in the house. That's what I thought for a million years. I used to tell my former husband, hide this chocolate from me. Only give it to me when I say, like on a certain night of the week, or like, don't just give it to me at random, but hide it, literally hide it. And I know I'm not alone. I've spoken to so many women that have told their partners, hide the food from me. Like we are some fucking out of control lunatics that can't control ourselves around food. Honey, unless you've had a lobotomy, that is some bullshit living right there. So your self-esteem right now, or your self-concept, how you currently see yourself, is made up of two factors. And it's so simple. It's shocking to me that nobody's explained this to us before, but at the same time, certainly not going to come from the diet industry, because they like to keep us stuck in our little circles. They just love us in the circus that they've created for us. We're all in there like fucking little acrobats or clowns, really. We're the clowns, aren't we? We're not acrobats. They at least got some talent and some skills. In the circus of the diet industry, we are the clowns, because we're still stuck in there dancing in their parade for them. But I'm going to tell you how to get the fuck out. Okay. This is your exit fee. Here's what you got to do. Understand that how you see yourself, or your self-concept, or your levels of self-belief, your self-esteem, which affect your ability to achieve your goals, are made up of two things. First of all, it's made up of how you currently see yourself. As in, if someone said, I don't know, if I was sitting down with someone who's going to psychoanalyze me, they might say, well, how do you see yourself, Kylie? I see myself as someone who kind of starts projects but never finishes them, has great intentions but doesn't follow through. I get enthusiastic, but then I can't be fucked. Like, do you see what I'm saying here? I have the vision, but I lack drive. I know this about myself. And this is how I currently see myself. And it's made up of that part. That is part one. And then the second part is made up of what I wish I was like, the fantasy version of Kylie. Oh, and she's fucking amazing. Oh my God. Her body, first of all, is smoking hot. Because why would it be smoking hot? Because she's got the drive, the ability, the get up and go, the va-va-voom. She's got the shit that I feel like I don't have right now. And she's used that to achieve all of her goals. I mean, that woman is like, she's got money for toilet paper. She is like eating, alfalfa sprouts for every meal. She is loving her life, but she's vibrant, she's energetic, she looks incredible, she's funny, she's laughing, and everybody loves her. That's my dream version of Kylie. But then there's reality Kylie. Now, the difference between those two versions is where your self-esteem lies. So the greater the distance between how I currently see myself and what I actually wish I was like, the greater that distance, the worse my self-esteem is going to be. I really want you to get this and slot yourself into my place, okay? If you currently see yourself as someone who is fucking crushing it and killing goals and amazing, and you're at the top of your career and nobody can touch you, and you are working out like all day, every day, like you're doing all the things and your body is amazing. You're totally in control with your food. If you see yourself as someone like that, then the distance between how you see yourself and the ultimate version of you would be so small, it would be microscopic because you're virtually there. Your self-esteem is incredible. You are right at the top of your game. But then you got the rest of us. And generally, we're not like that. Like I said, I see myself right now, I see myself as somebody who's got a lot of will but lacks the drive. Therefore, the distance between where I currently see myself as being and what I wish I was like, how I feel like I could be if I would only apply myself, that's a fairly big distance between the two right now. And that is going to lower my self-esteem. And the only way, so please get your note paper out, because the only way to bridge that gap is by exerting discipline in the areas where you are most challenged. There's only one way to shorten the distance between those two versions of you, because honey, I'm going to be super fucking honest with you, and I'm not like a woo-woo person, but I'm not adverse to the woo-woo. Both those versions of you exist. What do I mean when I say that? I mean they're both options. Both are fucking available. It all depends on the actions that you choose to take as to which version of you will end up being. And if I talk about it for myself, it's exactly the same thing. If I want to bridge the gap between the version of me who has the vision but lacks the drive, then I need to exert discipline in the area of getting my ass up at the time I say, going and doing the workouts that I say I'm going to do, cleaning up the areas of my home that I have a desire to clean up. I know I want to clean up. I keep saying I'm going to clean up. I never fucking do it because there's always something more important to attend to. And it's true. There are things, and they do rank. They have ranks of importance, and I get it. And it's very valid and real. And at the same time, I need to exert discipline in the areas where I am most challenged if I want to increase my self-esteem. Now, why am I rabbiting on about self-esteem? Because your self-esteem and your self-belief affects what food choices you make every single day. If you knew that you were that top XXL amazing version of you, would you be sitting around eating chocolate at night? No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You'd probably be doing some, I don't know, inner work, meditation, journaling, having your fucking awesome nighttime routine on the go with your rose mist, like aromatherapy going, and it would all be happening because your self-esteem and your self-belief and your goals would be so high, you wouldn't let anything get in the way of you. Nothing, certainly not a chocolate bar. But not me right now. Nah. I still believe that I'm the version of me that's like, I really want to do it, but I'm so tired. This is what rolls off my tongue every single night. I want to do it, but I'm so tired. I'll do it tomorrow. And it's awesome and it's great and it is an option, but it's not getting me. It's not getting me where I want to go. It's not going to get me there. What it is doing is keeping the distance between who I currently am and how I currently see myself and what I could be like. The version of me that has zero emotional eating. She never binges. She's got a great body. And what I mean by that is I don't mean IG influencer perfect. What I mean is she fucking loves her own body. Whatever it ends up looking like, that's how I want to be. I'm going to be so transparent with you. I wouldn't be sad if I woke up tomorrow with the most amazing body in the universe, but at the same time, I just want the body that is supposed to be for me in its most fabulous, healthiest form. That's what I'm aspiring to. So I know I can achieve that because that's not going to anybody else. It's fucking mine. All I have to do is exert some discipline in the areas that I keep saying I want to level up, but I'm not. Don't overeat at night. Make sure you follow the eating codes. Stop eating at 80% full. Don't give in to pizza every time you've had a bad day. These are the areas that you need to exert some discipline. Not all the discipline in the world. You don't have to tie your ass down with ropes and make sure you never eat anything but, Brussels sprouts again. It's not about that. What it is about is saying no to yourself sometimes. Let's just start there. Can we start there? Because that is the way to shorten the gap. And the shorter the distance between how you currently see yourself and the version of you that you could be, the shorter that distance becomes, the more self-esteem you have, the better you treat yourself, the better food choices you make, the more weight you lose. It is the easiest mathematical equation in the world. And I'm going to chop it. I'm going to round it all off by saying that your routine at this point, the easiest way I would say to get there is through your routine. Your routine will equal your results. This year, I am choosing slow progression over instant perfection. I didn't start the year off perfect. I didn't get my delivery of magical motivation. I don't know who the fuck one of you got it. So I hope you're using it to the best of its ability, because I sure as fuck didn't get it. But I am okay with that, because this year I'm choosing slow progression over instant perfection. The long view will win every single time. I'm giving myself a whole year to make these level ups that I want to make. Does that mean I procrastinate on them and delay on them? No, it just means that I can do them at such tiny levels that they're barely imperceptible to my subconscious. I don't kick up a stink about it, but slowly over time, they're going to compound until I end up at the end of this year with a completely different life. The version of me that I knew I always wanted to be, if only I would apply some discipline. So honeys, I am sending you tremendous amounts of love. I really hope this helps you understand a little bit more this week about why you perhaps didn't get your motivation this year, why you find it so challenging to change, why you're still stuck in an emotional eating cycle when you had every intention of just changing it all this year and losing weight. This is why. It's not because you're crazy. It's not because you're a loser. It's not because you're a failure. It's purely an issue of self-concept and your current levels of self-esteem. So you know me, as always, if you have not yet joined us inside of the all-new Bombshell Blueprint, what the fuck? If you have not joined us yet inside of the brand new Bombshell Blueprint, then honey, that is the place you need to be. Because if you want to just drown yourself in the ultimate video library of tools, tips, tricks, the exact steps that I took to lose the 20 kilos, stop emotional eating after 30 years, end the binge eating, all of that is in there, plus over 250 recipes, the precise blueprint breakdown that I give you. So all you have to do is follow the bouncing ball to get the same results that I got. Plus meditations, ask the coach. I can't even, everything you never knew you needed is what's in there. And it's going to help you make your micro changes throughout the remainder of this year. So I'm sending you tremendous amounts of love. Remember to hit the link in the show notes. And as always, please remember the only person who has the power to bridge this gap is you. When you step up and realize that it's not the great chasm that you think that it is, all that it takes is some tiny micro changes. And when you stack them upon each other one by one over the course of this year, that's when you've got what it takes. I am sending you love. I will see you again next week. Until then, gorgeous ones, bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to shimmy your butt over to KyliePax.com and join me inside of the Bombshell Blueprint so you can stop emotional eating and start losing your weight now. You'll also find helpful notes and resources inside my past podcasts that will help you lose your weight without losing your sanity. I will see you next week.